Frantic Nerdcast here to stay. AJ Brock and Zach will say, join the ride or fade away. Nerdy joy and full display.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Frantic Nerdcast, episode number 63. How you doing?
Absolutely marvellous. It's been a good week.
It's been a
good fun.
fantastic week for me.
It's been a good week for some, a great week for others.
I mean, I had to go back to work, but that's irrelevant. Liverpool won the Premier League on Sunday night, so I've been dripped head to toe in Liverpool gear ever since. It's been fantastic.
So you weren't dripped before?
You've just
No.
So you jumped on the bandwagon, did you?
Even this is mild. As I said, I rocked up to school Monday morning after they'd won it, and had pants, shirt, jacket, hat, beanie, 2 scarves.
To be fair though, I don't see you in much other than Liverpool attire.
The wife has tried to rein it back in to a degree.
Yep.
But like if I'm going somewhere where I know people, I'm wearing it.
Fair enough.
Beautiful.
How about you guys?
Well, on my note, the Vegas Knights are currently up in the Stanley Cup playoffs. They won the first game, then lost the next 2, and it was like, oh shit, Minnesota's going to beat them. But they are currently 3-2 for best of 7.
Did they lose their home games? Because does it follow like 1 home, 2 away?
I can't remember.
2 home, something like that.
I don't know. It's all white ice. I don't know. It doesn't. You don't really. Only hometown advantage you get in ice hockey is the crowd.
Well,
The rest of it, like wind temperature doesn't matter, or
yeah, that's true.
sun doesn't matter, grass type doesn't matter. Ice is ice, man. I mean, ice rinks are shittier, but when they're NHL quality ice rinks, I don't think it really matters.
That would be a very interesting thing to know.
Yeah, so Vegas, one more. If they win the next one, they're through to the next round of the playoffs.
They've got to win 1 of the next 3, don't they?
If they win the next one, they're good because best of 7.
Yeah, as I say, but they've got a few chances to win that one.
So
game,
best of 7. Yeah, so if they lose the next one, it'll be 3-3, and then whoever wins the next one after that.
I think that'd make it more exciting.
No, I don't want it to be exciting. I wanted to beat Minnesota, get through, and then beat either. Who are they going to play? If they win, they'll be either playing the Oilers or the Kings. At the moment, the Oilers.
I know I've heard of the Oilers before, but that's it.
I don't know hockey.
The best of 7 series does intrigue me. I just don't think it would work in Australia for the Australian sports because we don't play consistently enough. Like as I said, they've played 5 games now since last Saturday, last Sunday, whenever it was that we had a barbecue.
Pretty much, yeah.
Whereas like we'd be up to game 2 still in like rugby league or something like that. So.
No, look at the State of Origin; it goes over fucking 25 weeks.
Well, they do that kickoff thing at the start of the year, the rugby sevens or whatever it is. But that's like a big
the
1 day or 2
closest
day
thing we
event.
do in Australian sport wise you could do it for would be like the T20 cricket because they play like every 2 or 3 days at times. So the women's one play back to back sometimes. So, but that's the only sort of professional sport we have where they play that sort of close together.
Well, I mean, ice hockey they play 3 times a week in the regular season.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. Like that's what sort of gets me
mental.
into. That'd be cool.
What about you, mate?
No, I've just been hanging out.
How was work today?
Yep.
Yeah, finally back at work.
Yep. I've been off for a little while. It's been amazing. Today was a bit of a slow day, but I mean, it was expected to be a slow day. You just settle back into it, getting through a lot of emails over the course of time. But look, is what it is. Got to get back into the grind. But the weekend was pretty good. I ended up going to Collecticon.
How was it?
I did go. We went in at the 9 o'clock time slot in the morning, and it was good. It was good.
Was it better than last time?
I think it was, yeah. Like, personally,
I'll say in what way?
Well, last year, I think one thing we did was we had prams last year, whereas this year we didn't. I think that made a difference. There was definitely times where it got congested, but it wasn't like congested, can't move for 10 minutes and then like move a meter and then congested again. It was bit congested, get through it, and then you could just keep walking again. So it was far better from that perspective, in my opinion. I think they knew to spread out some of those TCG tables, or at least the Pokemon heavy ones.
Yeah.
There was definitely a lot of Pokemon tables and whatnot that were doing it, but it was, in my opinion, set out far better than what it was last year, or at least arranged better. From a collector's perspective, I mean, they had a lot of toys again, like the collector toys and some old school stuff, which was pretty cool to see. They had a few, some of the card tables were far more inclined to different sets of cards, not just your popular Pokemon or whatever else is hot topic at the moment. I mean, the One Piece is pretty popular as well.
One Piece, Lorcana.
Lorcana, yeah. So I actually
and
don't
Magic,
think.
I'm assuming, would have been pretty popular.
I didn't see much Magic, and I didn't see much of Lorcana, but the other two I definitely seen a bit of. But like a lot of the Topps Chromes and the old school stuff, and that there was a few of those that were quite heavy with what they had. I actually bought.
So that was the big question for you. What did you buy?
I bought 2 metal Topps Chrome. From the 1991 Batman Forever movie, because I just seen them like, that's cool. So I just got a couple of those cards, and I actually got 2 Topps packs from the same had 91 on it, but I'm pretty sure the movie came in like 92 or 93. So
Forever one.
Yeah. So I've got 2 packs that I'm going to open at some point, and I'll put a little stream up on that because hey, it's fun to open stuff.
I think I've got some of those cards sitting in the cupboard from memory.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, and there were some other things that you can just find generally, like that standard sculpture-esque type thing, but they're new, so you can get them anywhere. But there were all some old school like sculptures that were pretty sweet. But yeah, could very easily have spent a lot of money in there. There was a lot of comics, but far less of the graded ones. So there wasn't. I only recalled seeing one table that was graded comics, and he had like 15 or something like that. It wasn't many, whereas everything else was just like boxes of old stuff. And it was pretty cool, but it was a little more.
Because I remember last year you guys like almost blew your load over those Venom and Carnage comics. So
there was nothing that really. There was a couple of comics that grabbed me along those lines. They weren't graded, but they were sleeved and up on the thing. But there was a #1 Berserker in metal that I was very close to buying. You know how they get the metal covers? I was very close to buying that, but he's a local guy, so if he hasn't sold it, I can go and find him and get it anyways. Actually, yeah, that's a good little shout out. It's Comic Book Central in Warners Bay.
That's that newer shop. It's been
around for a while now.
It's been around for a while, but it is like a newer one.
Newer. But so I'm pretty sure it's him and his wife. They've got like a little store. It's kind of like a Nix and Nax and whatnot. But they load it up with comics as well, and he does have a bunch of graded comics, which is pretty cool to go in there and have a gander. But no, they were set up there, and look, it was good. It was fun having a gander. I was there for an hour and a half. I had a look through some people who put some posts up, and they did have similar issues to what we experienced last year. I think it might have just been a timing thing, or I don't know. If someone
maybe the morning is a better time to go.
It was, but this person said that they were there at the 9 o'clock slot, and they said, "Oh my god, it was packed. It was ridiculous." I'm like, we walked straight up, went straight in. There was no line for us to get in. Once we got in, we were able to do a pretty quick lap, and then we were able to go back to places we wanted to. So, I think again, it might have just been that these people wanted particular things, and those particular things were the places that were people heavy, i.e. I want Pokemon cards, and so there's heaps of people getting Pokemon cards. I think that might have more so been what they was experiencing, but yeah, for me, if you wanted to go for a general look, it was good. And look, on that note, it is back again at the end of the year. I think it was August when it's coming back. I can trottle along again and have a gander.
Maybe.
I'd say there's also one coming to Maitland, something at the Levee. They're doing like cosplay things and stuff like that. They're meant to have some stalls and things like that as well. So it looks like the general area is starting to get a bit more of these sort of convention-y side of things happening.
You know what I seen probably about a year or two ago now? A whole bunch of people at the Jesmond Oval in Jesmond Park. Some people around Newcastle will know what I'm talking about.
The one behind KC or the one with all the roses?
Nah, the one with all the roses. Yep. They got the soccer field set up in the middle there. Just driving past, whole bunch of LARPers.
Yeah, I see them every now and then.
There would have been about 150 of them just kicking around, like swinging around. I'm like, that is sick. I'm going to try and find out when that's on again because I want to go and watch that.
There's awesome. A couple that used to train near the football field now, near our old place.
Oh, yeah.
That did that.
Yeah. Like, I thought it was awesome, but slight sidetrack.
I also, on the weekend, watched Death of a Unicorn.
I've heard only mixed rewiews.
It's great. It was thoroughly enjoyable. It's Paul Rudd and Olivia. What's her name? Not Olivia.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Is it Grundy? Not Grande. Oh fuck! I've just gone completely blank on a name.
Wednesday.
Yep. Wednesday.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's the perfect mix of 80s style horror
Yeah.
and just ridiculous comedy.
Because it's a black comedy. Yeah.
Jenna Ortega.
General Ortega, that's the one.
Who the fuck was I thinking of?
Don't know.
But no, it was excellent. Highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It was a really good. Put it on
But,
and just enjoy.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't have to think about things. It was just a good fun time.
Yeah, I've seen it come out because I don't think it was
I've
advertised
seen
very
a few
well.
of the trailers, like I don't know, like on YouTube ads or something like that. Like it
And
looked interesting.
I also started watching Ash.
Oh, how far did you get?
10 minutes.
I got up to when I'm just gone blank on his name when Jesse
yeah,
turns
that's-
up. So
that's when I
Jesse
got up
turned
to.
up, and I'm like, okay, it might get good from here. I seen him for 30 seconds. I turned it off.
Yeah, I was bored shitless.
I can't believe how shit it was.
Yeah.
Like it was her.
It's got a cast though.
It didn't help. Like literally, it was her for the first 20 minutes walking around a spaceship and outside just slightly flicking her hair a little bit and not saying anything.
Yeah,
and it was just crap.
I
It's got a lot
struggled
of
with it.
1-star reviews. I'm looking on Google at the
Yeah.
moment.
I'm amazed it got one star.
I'm gonna
reviews.
try and finish it, but it was it wasn't good.
I am going to go back and I'm going to give it 5 more minutes. And if it doesn't do anything in 5 minutes, it's fucking gone. Like it has been such a long time since I've turned a movie off. Like it is not easy for me to turn a movie off because it's just crap. Like I will usually persevere, get to the end of it and like, oh, well, I wish I didn't watch that. Fuck, but to turn it off, it was so bad.
Yeah, I don't think I've come close a few times. I don't think I've ever gotten there yet. But
I also started rereading a lot of the Xenoscope
Oh,
books, which are just fantastic. They're so well written. There's a really good one called Fly that I reread. It's essentially it's like this drug that can make you fly. And the book was written. I met the guy who wrote it at Anaheim Comic-Con when I was in America, and he signed my copy of the book.
Nice.
Really nice guy. But the story was written, I believe, from memory. He wrote it about his mum's addiction problems.
Okay.
And so it's like this chick who can fly and she gets addicted to it and this drug. And it's a really good book. Highly recommend it. So I started reading that and then started reading the actual Grimm fairy tales ones again, which are just awesome adaptations of fairy tales. Because I kind of read up to like issue 80 or something, then stopped reading it. And they've since gone to volume 2 and started over and up to like issue 90 of volume 2. And the Wonderland ones have gone fucking mental as well. There's like so many of the Wonderland ones, but yeah, great books.
Did you end up picking up the on the Absolute again?
I've got them. I haven't read them yet.
So Absolute, they've finished the Batman and the Wonder Woman.
Finished,
So they've finished those 2 arcs. Keep a lookout because they're coming around in the back end of the year. They'll be more available with the trade back. I'll probably get it because I mean it was amazing and I'd love to have the hard copy of it to have a bit of a flick through and whatnot.
So issue 7 of Wonder Woman's out now.
Issue 7 of Wonder Woman and issue 7 of Batman are both out. So they've finished the first arc and they're starting the second arc with both of those.
5, I think it was for Batman. It finished
6.
6.
Yeah, it was 6. But they've got the Martian Manhunter's out. Flash is out. So is Green Lantern. And Superman's up to I think 5. I don't think 6 for Superman's come out yet. Martian Manhunter was interesting.
I read the first issue. I wasn't a fan of it.
I wasn't a fan of it either, so I'm hoping it comes back in the next issue. Flash was awesome, so that's got 2 issues.
He's
out.
young?
It's Wally West.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's Wally West. Or at least he's the main at the minute. Barrier is there, but it seems to be centered around Wally West, which is awesome. And so far, the story is pretty pimp. Green Lantern, it's fucking incredible. I fucking
based on a
rated
chick?
it. It is, but Hal Jordan is in it as well, and there's a couple.
It's
of
not
others.
Jessica Cruz, is it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Jessica Cruz. It's a new Lantern from memory. I can't remember what her name was, but it's so well written. It's amazing how it happens. There's a couple things where you're like, what the hell? And then like even just the bit that's sort of starting around Hal Jordan, fucking awesome. So far, it's been my favorite first issue of all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really fucking good.
Damn, it's saying something because Absolute Batman was fucking pimp.
I know. Yeah, this was awesome. Really, really enjoyed
Martian
it.
Manhunter. details?
He is a Martian.
I've heard of
Invincible, the guy who turns himself into Elastic Man.
Yeah.
That's Martian Manhunter.
Okay, because I've heard the character many times. I've just never really read
In
or seen him do
DC,
anything.
he talks like this, and everything is very profound when he says it. He's like the last of the Martian race.
The
essentially.
last of the white Martians, because there's the two Martian there's the two Martian races within DC. One of them's like an all powerful, basically knocking out everybody, and the other one is they've basically been driven to extinction, and he's the last. Well, he was meant to be the last, but then his niece is alive or something like that, and she comes.
She's in Young Justice.
Young Justice. That's it.
Yeah.
He's one of the seven. So the seven being the Justice League.
Yeah.
The big seven.
Yeah, the big seven.
He's a character I've heard of many times. I've just, as I said, never seen or read or like seen anything of him.
I've never read anything of him. My first exposure to him was actually in Supergirl, really, where the CW series.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's in that.
Yeah.
I never really watched that.
Because he was in that, like, so I got that exposure through that. Like, you see him as Jean-Jean's far more than what you do as the Martian Manhunter, but it was fine. Like,
He was
his
meant to
stories
be
go-
in Snyder's
Well, he
Justice
was.
League.
In the Snyder
originally-
cut.
In the Snyder cut, he was, yeah. And like he was in
He made it eventually.
the part where he's talking to Bruce Wayne was in the trailer.
Yeah.
But when Whedon took over, he cut that whole section out.
And that was done in a way that would have set him up pretty well, I reckon.
I think so.
I think it was good, it was there, it was subtle, and then it showed, and yeah, I thought it was quite good. His power's a pimp, but he's just scared of fire.
Aren't we all? Unless you're
His is a
Johnny
little
Blaze.
bit. His is a little bit more.
I was say, and then one last side note before we move on. I made Lisa watch Tropic Thunder for the first time.
How was that?
She enjoyed it. She's like, I don't think I'll ever go back and watch it again.
That's fair enough.
I think as everyone, she's like, how did they get these people? Why is Robert Downey Jr. in blackface? How did they get him to do this? I'm like, I don't think anyone will ever
Different
know the
time.
answer.
I just love the fact that he comes in after, like, because he's talking with the black actor in it, and he's been told, "You're a fucking idiot, mate." And he comes back, we'll throw another shrimp on the Barbie, and like the crocodile Dundee. He's like, "How dare you fucking say that? He's a
So I
national
said,
treasure."
that's
It's like,
that's more offensive than what he's doing. So it came about. We ended up watching it because Lisa was watching an episode of Mad Men, and they have like the big disclaimer at the front saying someone appears in blackface here, and instead of
oh, they got that
Oh,
disclaimer.
do they do that now?
yeah, in
right.
Mad Men they do. Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
it's, instead of removing the episode or fixing it, we've decided to leave it in, but knowing that we're aware of distastefulness to like build
Sure.
awareness or whatever.
Yeah.
and that's what got us talking about the Robert Downey Jr. and Tropic Thunder and
Yeah,
things
okay.
And Lisa's like, I don't think it's a problem because they actively mock it and like disparage in the movie. So that's the point of it.
Oh, you
and
watch
that's the
any
stuff.
podcast or anything with any black actor, and they always get asked about it, and every single one of them's like, it's fucking amazing. Yeah, I love it.
I said like,
It's
the,
like, they're like, it's not okay, but it's funny as fuck.
but even like the something I'd forgotten about till I watched it, the Jack Black
You never
quote.
go full tard.
Yeah, or that one. But
I
Jack
forgot about that as well.
Jack Black going, I'll cradle the balls, I'll work the shaft, I'll stroke the pipe, and I'll swallow the gravy. Like, so many scenes of that was just iconic at the time. And yeah, it's sad in a way that we'll never see a movie like that again, I guess, because of political correctness and things. But fuck, it was funny.
We will at some point.
It'll
I personally think
happen.
it'll get to a point where people are just going to be like, shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
and they're just going to go loose.
And it'll be as divisive as Tropic Thunder was. It was either you liked it or you didn't.
well, that's it. Even when it came out, it was still like ooh, Ben Stiller went there.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you had like Les Grossman, fucking
and
Tom
it's-
Cruise.
it's,
so good.
Seen interviews on that since then and saying stuff that Ben was saying, I got Tom Cruise to do something else. I was like, I've got this part of this movie. Would you be interested? He's like, hell yeah. And the whole part of him dancing was Tom Cruise. Like
Yeah,
that wasn't in the script. That was just Tom Cruise ad-libbing. So
That was all him. Like apparently he was doing it off camera because he thought it looked funny with the big
so
hands.
they put the camera on him.
and then he's like, I want to do this on camera. And Ben's like, all right, sure.
that's
Why not?
him dancing at the end is the movie. Like that's all you need to watch. Just watch the credit scene. But I did like, and I guess it's very situational to this movie, but like the opening, how they have like all the main characters with their like ads and or movie trailers and things. I thought that was actually a nice touch. like sitting back and watching and going, oh, that was cool. It'd be interesting to see other movies do that, but it's kind of hard to do it that way, I guess.
I think from memory there's been a couple that have done it throughout the time. Like I can
but
remember one. I
it
can't
would be a
remember what it
niche movie that would require, like, you'd get away with it. You couldn't do it like for maybe a superhero movie, I guess you could do.
was. 22 Jump Street did it at the end of 22 Jump Street. That was funny. 23, 24, 44, 68.
Yeah.
22 Jump Street in space.
While we're talking about random shit that we've watched and whatnot, I finished Dragon Ball Daima.
Oh, cool. I haven't watched it yet.
It's good. It's actually it was like the first episode or two it's kind of hard to keep watching because you watch it, you're like, oh, okay. But when I got back to it and watched a bit further, I was kind of like, it was reminiscent of like first watching your Dragon Ball, your Dragon Ball Z. It was targeted at a particular audience, being younger person. So it is aimed at younger people. However, it throws in the nostalgic pieces so that your older audience is just like, fuck yeah. Like,
so where is it based in the lore? Is it between Z and Super, or is it is between Z and Super?
Yeah, between Z and Super. So it's meant to be like because I think between Z and Super there's like a 3-year gap or something like that.
Well, that's where GT went, which is now apparently canon from Daima.
No, GT's.
No, sorry, not G. Sorry, that's right. GT's not, but the
Super
Saiyan
Saiyan
4 is
Yeah,
now
they
canon.
brought Super
Yes.
Saiyan 4 back in. Yes.
Because in this they sort of bring it in a way that it was interesting the way they did it, because basically there's they go to the demon realm. They discover that within the demon realm, that's where all the Namekians actually came from. They're all demons who left the demon realm because of something that was going on.
A bigger
within
demon?
No, just more or less something that was happening within their space where something was
Probably
killing them in some way,
form
shape,
of
or form.
bird monster, because that seems to be what all Dragon Ball Z
Basically,
monsters are, the giant beaked things.
And then they just throw a fucking T-Rex in there, which is awesome. But yeah, so they go to the demon realm, that all sort of happens, but then as it gets towards the end and the climax, like the big bad sort of gets his power boost and whatnot. And one of the Namekians sort of awakes Goku when he's in his child state, and he just sort of ends up being in the Super Saiyan 4. And you're kind of like, fuck yeah, that was sick. And then when he comes out of his child state and goes into the adult, like they all go back into being adults, he does the this is Super Saiyan 1. Here's Super Saiyan 2, and like does 3, and then he goes, and here's something else I've been working on. And like, you know it's coming, and you're still just like, fuck yeah, he's gonna do it. And he goes through, just powers up forever, like for ages, and then the typical snap over to Vegeta going, oh, what has he done? How did he do that? Why can't I do that? It's
So
incredible.
It's not a Zuru form like GT.
Yeah. The Super Saiyan 4 where he goes into...
No, so in GT, for him to get to Super Saiyan 4, he has to have his tail.
Oh, no.
And he has to turn into an Azuru, and then they condense the power of the Azuru into his Super Saiyan form.
It's just an elevation from 3 up to 4, and basically him just standing there going
And
for a while.
Vegeta gets it through Bulma makes like a rage ray or something that turns him Super Saiyan 4, and then they fuse and become Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
Yeah, right. I haven't seen GT in fucking years.
I loved GT.
Yeah.
I
It
had an
don't
interesting
have a problem
premise.
with it.
Because it was like a side. It wasn't necessarily the same timeline as Z. It was like an offshoot or something like that.
It was a continuation. It was essentially Pan, which is Gohan's kid.
Yeah.
Her and Trunks. So Trunks would be.
It was Teen Trunks, wasn't it?
It was Teen Trunks. It's probably like the first time we see him in Z.
Oh,
age.
is it when? Oh, so it's the alternate timeline. Is it?
So it's
Trunks came back from. Is it?
No,
that
so
timeline?
it's our timeline.
No, but Trunks is aged from
But
end of Z
it's
as Kid
aged to
Trunks
that
to
point
Teen
where
Trunks.
he's like Gogeta's now. Not Gogeta.
Goten.
Goten looks like Gohan.
Yeah, sure.
Did at the end of Z, kind of that age bracket.
Okay.
And Trunks is so Trunks, Pan, and Goku go off and try and find the space Dragon Balls.
Sure.
Goku's a kid
Yep.
because Garlic Jr. comes back and uses the Dragon Balls to wish that Goku was the same as when he last saw him, which was in Dragon Ball.
Sure.
So he shrinks down to Chibi Goku, but he's still just as strong.
Because the Earth Dragon Balls turned evil or something, didn't they?
Nah, not yet.
Fuck.
That's
I'm gonna have to
later.
go. I'm gonna have
Oh,
to go
that's
back
the
and
only
watch
part I've
GT.
seen.
Nah, so
That's the part I remember.
Something
seeing.
happens, I can't remember, so they have to go out into space and get the space Dragon Balls. And the first saga is the robot. I think it's called the Robot Saga or something, where they have to fight essentially like the Android saga, but in space.
Sure.
And it's these robots that kind of can suck in other robots and stuff, so they have to fight the big ones. And then after that one, it's the Babbity saga. Not Babbity. Baby or something. Baby.
Yeah,
or something like that. And essentially it's like this goo thing, kind of like Cell.
Yeah, okay.
And eventually it takes over Vegeta and turns into a big bad, and they create another Earth, and they have to transport all the humans from Earth to the other Earth, and Vegeta's evil, blah, blah, blah. That's where Super Saiyan 4 comes in. And then the last one is all the evil that the Dragon Balls had been used to create essentially corrupts the Dragon Balls, and they crack, and they create different evil dragons.
Sure.
And I think...
Fuck, it has been a while since
There's
I've
also
seen it.
another saga with Android 17 comes back to life.
Okay.
Yeah, the only one I remember is the Dragon Balls going. evil.
That's the very last saga.
I think-
17's in Super. The androids are in Super, so.
I think I think GT, the only one that got aired on like Cheese TV, whatever it was at the time, I think was the Evil Dragon Ball spin-off.
That's like
season.
the very end.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's the
last
only one
saga.
because I think that's because I'm assuming I don't know the timeline probably, but I'm assuming they were airing while Z was still probably up at one point, or Z had finished. I don't know.
I think we got Z pretty late in the game.
But yeah, we finished Z, and then we went into that season with the Evil Dragon Balls.
Back to Diamond, there was a funny scene towards the end where Vegeta's having his, because, naturally they all do their one-on-one, like, it's my turn. Yeah. So Vegeta's having his go up there, and he's
think
not.
I've seen the clip of this,
He's not doing great. He's sort of not really doing anything. Then Bulma comes forward because he needs to stop. And then he goes, she yells out, if you don't stop fighting and give someone else a go, I'm never taking a bath with you again. And
you just see instantly go,
you're just like, what? And then it goes to slow-mo Vegeta's face, just turn around like pure shock, and then just
Okay, your turn.
quick as he's moving, he's like,
Yeah, I saw a clip of that the other day.
I think it's your turn now, Goku. You're like, fucking, it's funny that they threw that in there because it's just entertaining, like to bounce Bulma and Vegeta's relationship and throw it in like that.
Have you ever tried to rewatch Z?
A little while ago, but it's
hard.
been I reckon be about 8 years since I tried. Since I did, sorry.
I got all of Z for my kid to watch, and fuck me, it's hard. It's a lot of filler, man. And I'm like, and then I went, oh, wait a second, they
I can
released
fast
Kai.
forward.
So I got Kai for him. I'm like, this is so much better.
Yeah.
I was like, because Z has some fucking baller moments, but those moments are definitely few and far between.
Yeah, well, if you're going to rewatch
They
it,
left
rewatch
you
it
hanging
with Dragon
for
Ball
it.
Z Kai.
I think I went back and rewatched it at one point when I finally had a computer and internet could handle like downloading mass shit at a time. So I think I watched it then, but yeah, I haven't watched it in a few years now.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball's hard to watch. Oh,
I've never watched Dragon Ball because I honestly thought Dragon Ball Z was the first for a long time.
Most people did.
And that's why I'm like, you see the trailer and like there's scenes in the trailer. I'm like, I haven't seen these parts yet. Like when are these parts coming up?
The
And
first
then it's never
episode
there.
kind of like touches on Piccolo being evil and all that kind of stuff, and because he's actually like the son. He's the son of King Piccolo.
No, he's like the egg of King Piccolo or something, isn't he?
I think he's like some form of offspring of King Piccolo from who's the villain in Dragon Ball.
Isn't King Piccolo's the remnants after because Nami was part of Piccolo? He was the good part of Piccolo or something.
Yeah,
or something like that.
that's right. Yeah, because Nami
I'm
split.
going down my Dragon Ball Z lore, and it's not. I'm not very well versed.
Yeah, there's a lot. All right, what are we talking about?
I was going to say, do you want to start the episode now? Rumors, screenshots.
All right,
Social media
screenshots. Let's go to our. I don't have many this week, eh?
Yeah. I'll start off. PS6 reportedly set for a 2027 launch, may include a portable console.
Sweet. Looking forward to another console.
I have
will not
Sydney
buy.
Sweeney's upcoming projects. Eden, Scandalous, The Housemaid, Euphoria Season 3, Untitled Christy Martin Biopic, Echo Valley, Americana, I Pretended to Be a Missing Girl, Split Fiction, Barbarella, Gundam, Outrun, The Mask of Red Death.
That's a lot.
I literally only have one thing.
Oh, cool.
And it's a meme. It's a picture of Rachel Zegler, who played Snow White, pulling one of her
Oh,
faces. Underneath it, it has Thanos, And above it, it says, Disney is halting production of live-action remakes after the failure of Snow White at the box office. And it's got Thanos saying, Rachel Zegler, perhaps I treated you too harshly.
I did see that.
Mate, Snow White's got a lot to answer for. So, like, Disney now come out and basically are halting all live-action remakes because of it.
Yeah.
They're halfway through Tangled and have just stopped.
Yep.
Yeah.
And apparently their new direction is they want to go back to the old hand-drawn style animation, like with the old 101 Dalmatians and
As
Jungle
they
Book and
fucking
things.
should, man.
Go
As
nuts.
they should.
Be
Why
interesting
fucking
to see what happens with that one.
Yeah, why leave your fucking bread and butter and go to make these shit live actions that no one fucking wants?
Exactly. Rumor: Sinestro, Atrocitus, and Black Hand to be the villains in
I
Lanterns.
did see that. I'm very interested about the Black Hand part.
Fuck yeah, because I mean, if they start that with those three, that's almost heading down a Blackest Night route.
Yeah, I know.
Which would be sick.
I mean, that's a big fucking crossover event for them to jump into.
It is.
It's like they're not going to do Darkseid.
No. They
'Cause
won't do Darkseid.
That's done, and they don't want to. He's deliberately not trying to retread water, dumb water.
Yeah.
They won't do Flashpoint, obviously.
No.
So like Infinite and Crisis, like Infinite, that's a big. But that's also a universe resetter.
Yep.
So-
I feel like that would be not your first one to go to, regardless of
See,
whether things in the past were successful or not.
The thing with
As
this,
I just said, that's the reset point where you can jump back to it if things are fucked up or whatever.
the thing is, because it's a show, they can drag it a bit. They don't have to go
It's
straight.
true.
They don't have to go straight into Blackest Night. They can set it up in some way, shape, or form. And they can carry it out either over several seasons or seasons with movies and correlate through it. Like, because I mean, Gunn is trying to build a universe, and he's a smart man. So whatever he's trying to do, it'll have smarts about it.
And if
It's
you
just a
build-
matter
yeah.
if he gets the opportunity to do it based on whether the movies and TV shows are good
And
or
if
not.
you're building a universe, you need to have a end goal of a like massive crossover, as you said, saying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got to have an end goal in mind. You can't just start making movies and then go, all right, these have been successful.
Blackest Night. I mean, half the superheroes die.
Yeah. Exactly.
Batman starts off with Batman dead.
Yes, it does.
Because doesn't it bring Batman back to life?
Kind of.
From memory?
They get his body and whatnot from memory, and he's needed.
Because he becomes a White Lantern.
Jesus, you're stretching my knowledge.
No, I'm pretty sure. From memory, at the end of it, he's a White Lantern.
Well, he starts off dead.
Yeah.
The Black Hand goes after him. He definitely because they
'Cause
needed his
he
body.
comes back as a baddie.
Yeah,
and get corrupted
And
like a Black Lantern.
and then maybe he gets twisted or something like turned or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Because I know he ends up as a
Well,
White
now I'm
Lantern.
going to go back and fucking read it, aren't I?
So
I
I've
think
seen
we've talked about this before. I know. Sure.
so I've seen Bella Ramsey being fan cast into two very different roles. One of them.
Oh yeah.
All right, remind me who Bella Ramsey is.
She's in Game of Thrones. If you got that far, she's like ends up being the young queen or whatever up north, like the kid.
I don't know.
She's,
sounds like a porn star.
She's. I'm pretty sure the name is Ellie in The Last of Us, the young girl.
Oh, the main character in the young.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. Flat, the one who looks like she's got a flat face.
Yeah, hence the memes.
Yes. So one of them was Rogue from X-Men, which you won't be happy about.
No.
And the other one, more importantly, is Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's fucking brilliant.
Anywho.
Apparently, there's quite a few signatures on a petition for that one.
Oh, yeah, I read that.
I'm just going to jump in again. Sebastian Stan and Tom Hiddleston are the only actors who appeared in all 6 phases of the MCU so far.
Yep.
No, that's not correct. Civil War wasn't phase 1.
I think it was.
So,
He said only appeared in the first.
who'd you say?
Tom Holland and
Winter
Sebastian Stan.
Soldier and
Sebastian
Loki.
Stan was in the first.
Oh, sorry, he was in Winter Soldier. No, Tom Holland. Sorry, I meant was in his first appearance
was
was
in-
Civil War.
No, it wasn't.
No, Tom Hiddleston,
Tom
Loki.
Hiddleston.
Oh, Hiddleston. Sorry, I thought you meant Tom Holland. I was going to say it's like Civil War.
He's
wasn't
been in
part of phase
like
1.
like 2 of them.
Are we in phase 6 yet?
I think it's about to finish.
I don't know. The phases mean nothing anymore.
I think the last movie finished
Doomsday
it, and
is the end of phase 6.
I thought it was the
Well, then I'm
I think
assuming.
Fantastic Four might be the start.
maybe. Fuck knows.
Speaking of Thunderbolts, comes out tonight.
Yes, it does.
And
I was
then-
thinking about going to see it on the weekend.
Yeah.
and then
Fucking
Fantastic
count me
Four also, I think it was your theory you got correct in the end. It's going to be setting place 4 years after they become superheroes. So I'm assuming it'll be current day sort of thing for them, and then we'll get flashbacks of how.
And also, the
how
latest
it was.
trailer confirmed that they will be having the kid during.
Yes, and
During the movie.
second to that, which was my next one, is they are actually going to do a prequel comic. So this will be the first MCU comic, so to speak.
No,
for-
TVA Comics canon.
Oh, did it?
It's classed as
no.
canon.
They're doing this comic. So the MCU are putting this comic out there to tell the prequel.
Oh yeah.
of
But the TVA comic is classed as as canon as to the MCU.
Yeah, that's fair.
Have you seen the trailer for Heads of State?
No.
Has
Looks pretty fun, though.
Has Idris Elba and John Cena in it, and effectively, I think they're like the president, like vice president, or something like that, and shit goes on, and they're the two that have to go save the world.
That's awesome. I love it. I'll watch anything with Idris Elba and John Cena saving the world. That sounds amazing.
Little rumor that I've seen is Ryan Reynolds to be directing an episode of Marvel Zombies, and
This is apparently correct.
but apparently it was going to be a live action within the cartoon element to it. So he's going to apparently is going to direct a live action within Marvel Zombies.
That would be awesome.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. And then quick shout out to Ryan Reynolds, who obviously, as we said earlier, owner of Wrexham,
Yes.
first English club to get promoted 3 years in a row. So back to back to back.
Yep. So they're in the champions now, and if they win
They're in the
this
they're in
one,
the championship,
I'll
and if they get promoted,
should I say.
so they'll be in the Premier League. So they'll have gone from non-league to the Premier League in the space of 4 years. So
Which would be amazing.
But
if they do
apparently
it.
this one's a lot. It's like harder.
yeah, this is probably the biggest jump yet for them. But considering the Ryan Reynolds and McElhenney obviously don't have a lot of, like, compared to other owners of football clubs, don't have that much money in themselves, but the revenue and sponsorships and things that they bring.
get a lot more now in championship.
Oh,
as well,
they can
yeah.
spend more, but they, like, in the last, or every league they've been in so far, they've, like, outshone everyone else in terms of what they can spend just because of who their owners are and what they can bring to the club. And yeah, like things like the Relcon Wrexham documentary and stuff like that.
Well, they're building a new stadium now.
No, it's not a new stadium. They just rebuilt the one of the grandstands. So one of the grandstands was dilapidated and like effectively unsafe for use. So it's been unused for years, and then they had destroyed it. And they basically for half a season or a season they had like that all
green screen with
effectively-
people sitting in the
effectively green screen sort of thing there, like because it was under construction, things like that. Because it's literally up to the goal, like back of one of the goals. So you as a keeper at one end you've got a loud, rambunctious crowd, and the other end nobody. So
have you guys ever seen the 1998 slasher horror movies Urban Legends?
Yes.
Apparently they're doing a reboot.
Yeah, I saw this. It's, the original had Ryan Philippe
Cool.
in it. That's all I know.
Yeah, I enjoyed them. I'm pretty keen. I mean, they were good movies at the time. Watching them when I was younger,
I
they
only
were.
saw the first one. I don't think I've watched any after
I
that.
think there were 3 from memory. Yeah, they were good, and I'm pretty keen to see what they sort of do in modern times. Because I mean, it just takes that. It was fun having like the urban legend, like whatever's happening on a college campus ground, and
Because
like
the first one was like the hook on the side of the car, urban legend thing,
yeah,
wasn't it?
exactly. So it was pretty cool to watch them be brought to life in some way, shape, or form. I'd be interested to see what they do with it.
And we
nowadays.
get the trailer for I Know What You Did Last Summer came out. Not last week, I think.
okay,
And it's
the
got
reboot.
No, it's a continuation from the original. It's got all the like Jennifer Love Hewitt's back.
Nice. I did see something about this. Sorry.
What's his name? Old mate Freddie Prinze Jr. is
Oh, nice.
back.
Oh, really?
Sarah Michelle Gellar's there for something, although she died in the first one, I think, from
might be a
memory.
flashback.
But she's in it somehow.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know that much, but yeah. So I'll be interested to see that because I love those ones.
Yeah,
And
they were
I
good.
love Freddie Prinze, man. He's a fucking great actor.
They did a TV show fairly recently, didn't they? On those veins?
Yes.
I never watched it.
Yes,
but
I believe
it's
so.
there.
The Screen TV show was really good.
Yeah.
I recommend the Screen TV show. It was
two or
great.
3
2
seasons.
seasons.
Yeah.
It was a really good show. I enjoyed it.
It did so well. They brought the movies back.
Continue on the nostalgia thing. So I saw a lineup for the Nickelodeon channel from 2003.
Yep.
So 22 years ago. 7:30 Cat Dog, 8 o'clock Rugrats, 8:30 Rugrats All Grown Up, 9 o'clock SpongeBob, 9:30 The Fairly Odd Parents, 10 o'clock The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, 10:30 Rocket Power, 11 Hey Arnold, 11:30 The Wild Thornberries. And that's all you needed for today because you were set.
Beautiful. That's a fantastic fucking lineup. One day with a whoop and a purr.
There's a chap named Shadur Sanders. Now, he is going through the NFL draft. And apparently, he's been turning up to his draft interviews with a box of Catan to play with the drafters there. So, because he's more or less walking in and saying, "You can learn more about me in a game of Catan than any other way," and to give him a call back when they're interested in playing. So it sounds like if this is real, he's basically shooting himself in the foot and he's not going to get drafted because he's like, well, we don't know fucking anything. See you later, mate. We're not playing a board game with you to learn about you.
Or he finds that one person's like, oh, you're in.
Mate, if I was the draft selector, I'd be like, let's fucking play Catan, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I thought it was funny. If it's real, it's fucking ridiculous.
So something I found that's I'm hoping is true and if done well will be really interesting is Paramount is eyeing to develop Sonic spin-off films. So I'm assuming like we'll get a Shadow film and things like that. So
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Unless they fuck it up they did.
If done well.
Yeah. Henry Cavill's Voltron movie has wrapped filming.
In Australia, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and under.
I'm trying to remember this game, Outrun, which is a game. It was one of those almost like a 2D going down the track and swapping lanes and whatnot. Apparently, they're doing a movie with Michael Bay about it. Now, from memory,
the game sounds familiar.
From memory, there is not fucking much to the game.
Oh, yep.
But if they can make a movie from it, okay.
Well, so
shit'll just blow up and there'll be overly sexualized females.
Pretty much.
That's Michael Bay to a T.
On games, Sydney Sweeney is set to start.
Fuck off.
No, but I actually think this will be an interesting movie. Split Fiction. So it's based on a game, and they've got. This is where it goes downhill. Wicked director John M. Chu is set to direct it.
So I've never played the game, but apparently it's a really, really popular game.
So
it's like a two-player where you need to
It's a co-op game, but
bounce,
there's like a split screen, but you're in like two different worlds.
Yeah.
So like,
See
for instance,
one,
there's a
see the
space
other.
world and like a Western world and things like that. So
and they interact with each other because you have to do one thing.
What you do
the other
affects the other world and things like that. So yeah, you've got to do one thing to help your teammate progress.
It seems quite interesting.
It looks interesting. So
speaking of movies that are bad, I did turn off. I turned off a movie last night. I only just remembered. In the Badlands, it's Paul W.
Anderson.
Into
the Badlands.
In Badlands. Or something. It's,
is this a new one with
Dave
Milovich and Batista?
Milovich, and directed by Paul W. S. Anderson.
I've been pretty keen to watch it.
It's so fucking bad.
Really?
Oh,
okay.
Fuck me.
Don't tell me too much about it, and I'll see if it's the same as Ash, where we both have that rubbish.
It's not aggressively bad like fucking Madam Web.
Yeah.
But it's just horrible green screen and just like bad dialogue. Like it's horribly written.
When I first seen like a little snippet of it, like a little video, I thought it was advertising for a game because it just looked heavy CGI on
That's
the
what it
faces
looks
and
like.
the background.
It looks like not a great made game.
Yeah.
And it's just, it looks like something that should have been done direct to the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, okay.
And it's just, it's not good. Like I got in and I was like, I think it's like one scene of her getting hung and then it cuts to Batista shooting some people, cuts back to her like this queen saying, I want you to go and do this thing.
Well, so this is a start.
And she's like, okay. And it's just, the dialogue is like, it sounds like it was written by ChatGPT.
Probably
like it is so
Probably
fucking bad.
was.
Okay. I'm going to rattle off a couple because I've seen, I got one of those threads where you get a few things. Animated Stranger Things spin-off series is titled Stranger Things Tales from 85. So that'll be interesting. See what they do there. Enola Holmes 3 has begun filming.
Yep, saw that. I haven't seen 2.
King of the Hill revival series will release this summer on Hulu.
Woo, fuck yeah.
Ryan Coogler says X-Files reboot will be his next project.
I think we talked about that last week.
We
yeah.
did. Did we talk about that?
I think I had the rumor last week from memory.
Yeah, okay. I can't remember. I remember talking about an X-Files reboot. I didn't retain that Coogler was involved.
There you go. I remember Ryan Coogler rebooting something. I thought it was X-Men, so we'll move on.
Fuck, apparently Sinner is so fucking
I'm pretty
good.
keen to see it.
I think it's up to they reckon it's going to win a bunch of awards at the next award season.
Highlander remake is now moving forward at Amazon.
Yeah, fuck, this is taking so long. It was meant to be filming.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's an interesting one that when I first seen this screenshot, I thought that it was a piss take, but it's not. So it's from the director of Barbarian. It's Zach Kreger. It's called Weapons.
The trailer looks amazing.
It looks so fucking... So I seen this little poster, right? And the poster, it looks cheap. And you read it and it says, last night at 2:17 a.m., every child from Mrs. Gandy's class woke up, got out of bed, went downstairs, opened the front door, walked into the dark, and they never came back. And you read that, you kind of like... That just sounds like someone just trying to... Just whatever. It's shit. But then... About 2 minutes after that, the trailer came up. I'm like, oh, fuck, this is real. And they've literally just imposed what they say at the start of the trailer. Right. And then what you're actually watching, as you said, it looks fucking amazing.
It looks really good.
Really, really fucking good.
I just like that part with the little kid looking up and he's got fucking decrepit eyes and shit, and you're like, this is gonna be good.
And then there was another moment where you see like the kids randomly like running through, I can't remember what happens after, but they're running through the street in a really strange way, and then something happens, you're like, what the fuck?
It's
like,
gonna be weird as fuck.
Oh yeah,
he's
weird.
a very weird director, man. He
Very,
likes
very
his weirdness.
Yeah.
Barbarian was fucking out there, man.
So yeah, I actually haven't seen Barbarian yet. It's on my list to watch. But
if you're not a filmy person, a lot of people didn't like it because it's very filmic kind of movie.
Oh look, from the little snippets that I've seen, I'm pretty keen to watch it. Zach, you want to throw one in there?
I'll throw a couple. So obviously One Piece, the live action, the marketing starting to go with that. Emily, who plays Nami, and Mekinu, who plays Zoro, is leading the charge for the Guinness World Record for the most people wearing straw hats at one time. May 31 is new information about One Piece Season 2. The Spider-Man cast effectively, apparently for Brand New Day is Tom Holland, Sadie Sink as Gwen Stacy, Chalamet as Harry Osborn, Sydney Sweeney as Black Cat, Stephen Oyong as Mr. Negative, J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson, Zendaya as Zendaya, Isaiah Russell Bailey as Miles Morales, Charlie Cox as Daredevil, and D'Onofrio as Kingpin.
Yeah.
I'm skeptical on some of those.
Yeah,
I'm skeptical on most of those because I know that I've seen some of the individual ones come out and they've been like, I would like to play.
Well, I think D'Onofrio,
I think
several times come out and said, that's news to me. So.
Exactly. So, like some of them I'm intrigued by. We'll see what happens. Because, I mean, one of the other ones was Sadie Sink being...
D'Onofrio can be in it.
Yes.
Because Kingpin is a Spider-Man character, so therefore Sony own the rights to it. Yeah. So that's fully cool for him to be in there. Charlie Cox has already been in the last Spider-Man, so like he could be in there. I don't think Sadie's going to be Gwen Stacy.
No. I like the other one we spoke about the other week where it's MJ and Peter's daughter, so it's like I forgot her name, May
Parker.
Yeah, if she comes across, I think that'd be sick in like a multiversal.
I still want her to be Jean Grey. I want her as Jean Grey, man.
Better. Hey, do both.
Yep.
Quick one on the back of Weapons, which I forgot about, but Jordan Peele, apparently he really wanted to be direct that next. So that was high on his hit list. So apparently he fired his management after they lost the bidding war for the rights.
Damn. Good on him.
I've got one more to throw out there. And again, it's a very much an apparently so. Avengers Doomsday will reportedly feature 3 Hulks.
Cool. Yeah, we've spoken about a few of them before. Like Worldbreaker Hulk, the Maestro and...
Well, as I said, this picture had clearly a fan made one of the Hulks.
Yeah.
Ruffalo Hulk and She-Hulk. But I'll see what happens with that.
I mean, it might be as simple as it's Scar, She-Hulk, and Ruffalo. Yeah. I mean, they might bring Scar back into it, so because he's just fucking died from hey, this is the Hulk's son, and bye.
I mean, technically, Red Hulk is still in the world.
Oh, yeah,
like
that
he's just
too.
in jail.
Just in jail, yeah.
Sorry.
And my last
Yeah,
one.
I forgot about Red Hulk.
Yeah, comic Predator kills the Marvel Universe. So that'd be pretty cool. I like them. They're fun.
I think that it's out, isn't it? The first couple of issues are out.
August 13, issue 1.
Oh, okay. There's something. It's Marvel vs. Aliens is out. There's a Marvel vs. Aliens one.
Well,
Have you watched? I watched the trailer for Predator. I
It's
couldn't
so
help myself,
good.
man.
I
Fucking
saw- I didn't.
elephanting.
I saw it and went, no, get past.
Oh, you can watch it now.
I'll watch it now.
Elephanting is the fucking android.
It looks
Rise Brother, and
so
she's got
fucking good.
She's got the Wayland Yutani symbol in her eye.
Yep.
3 times I've done that. Never done it every week, apparently now.
So that's giving us an Aliens crossover. Because even though technically in the comics and stuff they've always been in the same world.
Yeah.
And like Wayland Yutani, same world as Blade Runner.
Yep.
So
Massive fucking crossover. Link them all in.
yeah, let's go. It looks fucking awesome.
Keen
Lots of
as.
Predators, and like people have been posting the trophy wall. And like seeing like this skull is this and this skull is like the big one in the middle looks like the fucking the alien from Independence Day.
Yeah. It's pretty. That was fun. It's always fun.
But they've always been little homages to kind of towards other ones. Like in the Predator 2, they had the Xenomorph skull.
Yep.
Which I believe from memory their skulls aren't that shape. But
It's close enough.
yeah. What are we talking about?
All right, TV shows.
TV shows. So you want me to press the button? Is
Well,
that
I
what
thought
that
you
is?
were when you like this, and then you picked the wrong thing.
TV shows.
All right, so I was late getting to this today because I was finishing off season 3 of Invincible.
Yeah.
First of all, again, so you guys were hyping up the Invincible War so much, and that's probably, again, my slight downfall was I was expecting this to happen earlier in the season. I'm like, all right, it's going to fucking happen. It's going to no, it's not happening. No. Where is it? I want it. And then it hit me, and oh, fuck, did it hit me. Oh, boy.
So good.
I think they could have easily have stretched that out for more than one episode.
Oh yeah, 100% for sure.
But yeah, like fucking hell, what an episode! It just whew. I should
Just gathering your thoughts.
yeah. Look, I should have finished this season 2 days ago, but I fell asleep through. Went to bed after or whatever. I went to bed and put it on. I was like, I watched an episode as I go to bed. Fell asleep in the same part of the same episode 3 nights in a row, which left me 3 episodes to watch tonight. But yeah, like it was fantastic. I liked the ending of like skipping past Invincible for a moment. The ending of the last episode with a few of the Easter eggs for what's coming next, I think was cool. The pink ooze from his clothes when Eve strips it off from him, and then you see
that's just a little homage thing. That that doesn't lead to anything. I don't think from memory.
Spoil my party there. That's fine. And then obviously the Sequids reveal at the end. Obviously they're gearing up to be something big soon. I hope.
I think they got geared up they've been geared up a couple times.
Well, that's
and
the
they've
thing.
sort of fallen off a couple times.
Yeah, well that's it. So you see them in the first season when he goes to Mars. Then they come back on the second season. You see them. They go to Mars, blow it up, and then you see one comes back to Earth.
Yeah.
And then you don't see them at all in season 3 until right at the end where they're like starting the underground empire sort of thing. So I'm hoping they become something soon because otherwise I'm going to start to just lose interest in them. I'm sure you're going there. They're a big thing real soon.
Well, that's one thing about this comic is they have a lot of reoccurring villains and stuff like that in it, and like a lot of like villains that you don't remember come back and stuff like that. And
that, I don't have an issue with that. As this is only going to be an issue only because I said they've geared it up to be something big and massive several times, and then we've got nothing from it. And then it always seems like you're gearing up with these little Easter egg hints and things, and we don't get there. So I'm hoping
It's like the Thanos teaser at the end of all of them. It's building to something.
But yeah, no,
Or
like,
is it?
the Invincible Wars I think was fantastic. The play on how like they were all had those slightly different personalities and things was really cool. Again, my only downside of the whole thing was it was one episode. I think if we had got that for like 2 or 3 episodes and got to see a few more interesting insights into each different character would have been cool, other than a few one-liners here and there. But yeah, it was fantastic. The brutality of it was just off the charts.
they needed a little bit more time for Conquest.
And that as I get to again, like you build with Angstrom as being like who seems to be the bad guy. You get the Easter eggs of the eyes and things like that for watching him the whole time, and then he appears and it's done. And then you go straight into Conquest again. Like I think Conquest again could have been a bigger thing again. But again, that as I said, we had to pause halfway through that episode because we were eating dinner, and Lisa was like, "I can't watch this. It's too gruesome."
Well, the funny thing is in the show, they actually give Mark a break because after the Invincible War and between Conquest in the comics, Conquest literally turns up the moment Invincible War finishes.
What he effectively did, really,
But they kind of give him the break where he's in the hospital with Eve and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, in the comics, it's like the second in comic, like in real world time, the second Invincible War finishes, Conquest rocks up. He's like, I'm fucking here, motherfucker.
I think from a TV perspective, that's pretty smart because it allows you to get more time with Mark and like have his like that emotional response to everything that's been happening to him and whatnot. And then Conquest turns up when he's like at the peak of just fucking leave me alone, basically.
My other wish for the series is two things for one character, and it's an either or. Either he gets fucked up in a spectacular way because he annoys the fuck out of me, or he turns into a bad guy.
The brother.
And that's Oliver, yeah. Because he's a fucking annoying piece of shit. I'd have kicked him into a wall a long time ago.
Well, I'm going to burst your bubble here.
He doesn't come a sidekick. If he becomes a sidekick, that'll hurt me.
He's in the show for a long time.
That's fine. I don't care.
I'm sorry, and doesn't become a baddie. I'm sorry, mate. He's in the show for a long time, pretty much to the end.
Does he get better?
There. I'll leave that for you to find out.
So annoying.
How'd you go with Rexplode?
Yeah, that was bittersweet. It was a cool scene for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
That got me more than I expected it to.
Yeah, I think
got
so too.
I got more attachment to him than I realized, and then it sort of
because they did his arc in this season really well,
and it was really subtly done as well.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't
because you don't give a fuck about him in season 1 and 2, and then all of a sudden this season you kind of with like the dinner with the chick and all that kind of stuff.
I'm helping you move, and no, you can't unquit on your first day. I'll go and yeah, even like you see, like his death moment, you see her like driving towards, and she's just like, oh no. Like,
Oh, and one thing I didn't want to ruin for you. What did you think of what's her name? Multicate or whatever. What did you think of her brother?
Oh, multiple.
Yeah.
Multiple.
So
that
how he gets out of the jail cell.
So that was the episode I fell asleep in multiple times, but well after that part. Yeah, that scene where he's busting out of jail, I was like, ooh, I can see where this is going now. This is not going to end well. And it was like, and just
oh,
some of the scenes where you see,
oh fuck, man.
see the eyeball pop, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, just hurry, yeah, quick, fast. Yeah, okay, we're done. Thanks. But yeah, like I like as you said, the callbacks to something like old Titan, is it? Old mate with the rock armor.
I can't remember
the
his
mob
name,
boss,
yeah.
but yeah, like him having that sort of callback into it and things, and then the other mob boss that's the dragon. I'm assuming he'll come back at some point with that clip we saw at the end of that episode. So yeah, like overall, it started slow again this season, but like ramped up quite quickly. And that would be my only criticism is I think they do move along at a quick pace, but I think they can sort of stretch out some of the more intense parts of it a little bit longer and that. But as if it's following the comic book accurately,
That's pretty fucking spot on, man.
It's not a huge complaint. Like it's not wouldn't really affect my overall PAX rating and things of it. And it's in a way, another way, it's quite good because it just gives you that shock appeal, and then you move on. Like
They even they up the comic in this one with Conquest. So the part where Conquest leans down as like Mark's nearly dead and like says like starts
the monologue.
like, does that monologue, and that's not in the comic.
I was waiting for
I didn't think that would be in the comic.
They added that.
Yeah.
And I think that works really well. He was like, I'm so lonely, and like it gives him that little bit of humanity before he just.
But
snaps
even then, I
again.
was waiting for him to go, yeah, I'm so lonely, but I fucking enjoy it. And then having like kill it, that's what I was waiting for. That sort of like.
So I like that they didn't do that. I like that they gave him that little tiny bit of humanity, and then it's like, but
well, you had that. You had that with a few times on some lines. You said like, I'm starting to understand why you like have these feelings towards these creatures, but it's a weakness and all this sort of stuff. Like you're starting to see him understand humanity throughout his fight with Mark as well. So that was
they had to up the subway scene as well with fucking through the beach.
yeah. It was that moment where Lisa's like,
Oh, I realized exactly what the moment was
you
going to
go
be.
through and you see old mate, the kid jump through and you just lose an arm, and the dog, and it's just wow.
Yeah.
But
I think through the season there was only one character who annoyed me, and that was the Electro guy. I thought the first episode that he was in, I thought that was really good. The way that he sort of went about getting his powers so that he could get back at Mark for what happened, I thought that was good. But then the way that they kind of just kept throwing him in there and bringing him back, I'm just kind of like, no, he's fucking either keep him in there a bit more or fuck him off.
I
He
kind
was
of
annoying
got
me a bit.
him being there, and because I think that was his way, like their
He was
way
just
of
there to antagonise the crowds.
yeah. That but
No, it was more. I'm pretty sure it was more to sort of show the thin line between heroism and villainism, kind of thing. Because in his eyes,
but I
he's a
think it was
hero.
also to
But I get that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is that they did a full episode which was on that, and Mark was already like he was aware of it, but that sort of brought it to light more so. So they hit the point. Then for him to come back and keep going, "You're a dick. You're a dick. You're a dick." It was kind of like, yeah, we fucking get it.
But
And Mark gets it too. So
I think at the end there, where like after the Infinity War part, where they're cleaning up and he's there, I think it's there showing like it was their way of bringing Mark's realization, like voicing Mark's inner emotion, things of like, am I the problem? Like, should I leave and that sort of thing. So, and that's where it's sort of heading before Conquest turned up. So, and then we went somewhere else again. So, and then
and
the
his jaw. Oh,
yeah, the scene with Eve, like first of all getting fucked up, and then fucking him up was brilliant.
Yeah.
I said it was cool to finally get the reveal about her limitations of her power, how she can't mess with sentient matter unless the blockers have been turned off through losing half a face and half her intense side. So, but yeah, like I think her power is still the most interesting one in the show, and the fact that like she can change the density of air, like I think she could have done a lot more. Hopefully she grows into that power and uses it in more unique ways throughout. So that was pretty cool.
she's a fucking good character in the comics, man.
Yeah.
Really good character. And, they have some good. Her and Mark have some really good moments coming up, and some fucked up ones too.
I think I don't want to read the comics, but fuck, I want to read the comics.
Read the comics, man.
'cause-
It will in no way will it ruin the show for you. If anything, it makes the show better.
Is it worth watching that Eve special that's on Prime as well?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
It was a good episode.
Yeah.
I've started watching that 3 times and just get fucking distracted by stuff. I'm like, fuck, gotta try fucking again.
Yeah,
It goes for about 40 minutes, I think.
I think now that I finish that, I think I'll be moving on to Reacher next because I haven't started
Oh,
that yet.
dude, Reach season 3 was.
How many
season 1 is phenomenal. Season 2 was.
What I'll say is I binged it. I enjoyed it. I would have enjoyed it more if I didn't binge it.
Yeah,
so
I agree with that.
I went through like
Take your time.
season 1, 2, 3. I smashed them out like pretty much in, I don't know, maybe 4 weeks or something like that. So I just sort of couple episodes. Yeah,
I
stretch
reckon
it out.
binge watch a season.
Binge a season.
And then give it chill time, let it sink in,
Yeah,
and then
palate
watch the
cleanser,
season.
palate cleanser, then come to season 2.
Because
palate cleanser.
they are very
Similar.
Because they're books. Each season is based on one of the books,
Yeah.
so they are very same.
Well, listen, I think that'll be the next season I watch, and then I'll find something else to palate cleanse in between. But yeah, that'll be.
Wheel of Time. Do Wheel of Time as a palate cleanser. I finished the latest season.
I think Lisa's keen to watch that, so it might be a case of we'll do a season a part of that. So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
do-
you can join me with pissing off nerds.
mate, Sam is still not a fan of this TV show.
I tell you what, I'll give my very quick 2 cents. It's the best season.
Oh, by far.
Best season easily.
It's only the second one, isn't it?
It's a third one.
Third.
Best season. You can already see how far each of the actors has come from season 1 to season 3. Like I'm talking more so the younger actors. And
Yeah, one
they
of
haven't
them's not even the same person anymore.
exactly. Which meant he came a
Personal
long
growth.
way. But yeah, just from where they were and as characters on the screen, you just kind of like, yeah, all right, I'm watching it because it's enjoyable, but do better. And then season 2, you're like, oh, they are kind of doing better. Season 3, you're like, yeah, there you go.
They're also into where the books actually start to get interesting. The first book was fucking painful. It wasn't. I don't care if Wheel of Time fans are like, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It wasn't a good book. It was just a lot of fucking walking. Oh, we're in a different village. Something happens.
We've been down
walk.
this route.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving forward.
The second season was really good, and the third season.
Yeah. I don't think I'd rate it as high as what you did because I know how much you love it.
Yeah.
But I definitely thoroughly enjoyed it.
And just to go back to Invincible, I'll say another episode I thoroughly enjoyed was the one with Alan and Nolan. having that episode explaining all their current story and things like that, which is cool. So I'm assuming they'll be coming back in a big way. And then Battle Beast surviving at the end, being picked up by what looked like some sort of garbage ship. Was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can't really say anything without spoiling
No,
the major
Battle Beast,
fucking things. Man.
Battle Beast is in the future, I'm assuming.
Battle Beast has got a spin-off arc, like a comic that's just recently come out.
Just recently.
He's got his own
Yeah.
thing. But I mean, I've unfortunately seen little snippets that I believe have ruined Battle Beast anyways, but it's beside the point.
Dude, like the end of the comic, like if I told you what happened at the end of the comic now, you'd be like, what?
Yeah. I'm going to...
So much stuff happens in between now.
I'm looking
at the
forward to it. But yeah, I think I gave season 1 7. I think I gave season 2 like 6.5. This I'd give season 3 an 8 packs.
Yeah.
I think the ending of it was the last 2.5 episodes really was just fantastic.
I'm going to say one thing now, and as soon as it happens, you'll be like, I get it now. Freddie Prinze Jr. No, not Freddie Prinze. What was the lead singer of Queen's name?
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury. That's all I'm going to say. Freddie Mercury. And when it happens, you'll be like, now I get what he was talking about.
Fair enough.
Yeah, all those people who have read the comics, you know what I'm talking about.
You watch, I'll start reading the comic and I'll send you a fucking message once I've read it.
Oh yeah, I've got a message. Freddie Mercury. Right. Okay, Brock's up that point.
Cool. What else we got?
That's pretty much it.
Oh, no, we got a
Music?
thing. Oh, yeah, we've got a music thing.
Quickly touch on that
Yeah,
one.
sure. You can go on that if you want.
We don't have a thing for that. So
So we mentioned it last week. Linkin Park released their new song, and it's baller. I fucking love it. Have you listened to it yet?
I'm loving all the new Linkin
Yeah.
Park. It's the most Linkin Park stuff since Linkin Park. That makes no sense.
That
but
makes
like
no sense.
pretty much
Since Hybrid Theory or even...
No, Minister Midnight was probably their last good album in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then this is the best one since that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so the song's called Unshatter, and yeah, it was great. It's the great tune, great vibe. Like as soon as it went on, I was like, I dig this. Like I didn't even have to get into it. The start of it was brilliant. So, but yeah, as I said, like I think some of the new stuff's been fantastic. The Emptiest Machine, Heavy as the Crown, Unshatter now. There's been some really good songs.
My
over
favorite
this.
one
Good
off the
album.
new album is, I can't remember what the name of it is. The film clip's got like her and a girlfriend in a car crash in Japan. And like she's like running to get help and stuff. It's only her singing.
I actually haven't watched any of the film clips.
Really good. It's a really good song. Like there's no rapping or anything in it.
No,
It's
I know
just
what
her singing.
you're
It's
talking about.
fucking.
like
It's a
something
pimp
about
song.
the letter I should have written or something. That
Yeah,
one.
something like that. I can't remember. But
Well,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't think that's what it's called, but I think that's like how it opens. It's like this is the letter I should have
yeah,
written.
that's the
or
one.
something.
Yeah,
that's a really good song. But yeah, like I really don't think there's any bad songs on their new album. So
Cool.
it's different to Chester in certain ways, but it's really good in its own right. I don't see the hate at times. So.
I mean, well, people are always going to hate. Oh, it's not Chester. It's not Chester. But one of my biggest things, like,
Got to be able to move forward.
Well, when they said that, they're like, you can't replace someone that dies, and like a singer that dies in the band. It's just not the same band. It's like you can replace singers very easily. I mean, Iron Maiden fucking did it. Black Sabbath did it.
AC/DC did it.
AC/DC did it. Like some of the biggest rock and metal bands in the world fucking did it. I mean, Iron Maiden had, I think, their main singer, Bruce Dickinson, is their third or fourth singer from memory.
I mean, in my opinion, the options you had two options for Linkin Park was, as a fan, was either they don't replace Chester and you never get to see them make music or tour again, or they replace Chester as well as they have him, which I think they've done a good job in who
fucking
they've chosen.
I think they were smart.
And you get to tour and get more music. So, like, as being my favorite band, I'd prefer them take that option and you understand and you still have Chester songs and you can still enjoy those if you prefer them.
Exactly.
But we also get new Linkin Park music moving forward. So I think it's the best of both worlds in a way.
And I think Linkin Park are really smart with the way that they did it because they got they got a female. If they had gone and got a male to sort of replace Chester,
He would have always been compared to Chester, and they never would have been any success at all.
Exactly. It would have just fallen so short and so flat. They would have it just wouldn't have gone anywhere. I think they were smart in getting a female to do those lead vocals. I think she works awesome. I think she gives that same energy that Chester gave, like that real grungy and like vocals and whatnot coming forward. I think it's awesome.
I've heard people complain that she's not great live for some of the older songs, and I'm like, No one's good live. Like, listen to Blink 182. They are fucking bad live. Mark Hoppus is terrible live, but it's still a fucking fun show to go to.
From the videos I've watched, I mean, Chester was fucking good live. And when I seen Linkin Park, fucking way back when, that is one of the best live shows that I've been to, and they came across so fucking well. Like, his vocals were incredible.
I think one of the biggest issues is a lot of people watch phone recorded live shows, which are never gonna sound good.
Never.
It's just never.
And also, when you're listening,
put your phones down and enjoy the fucking show, you cockheads.
And also, when you're listening to her sing some of the older songs, which you are straight off the bat going to compare it to Chester. Yeah. So, I mean, naturally, you're going to go, it just doesn't. Of course, it fucking doesn't. Chester was incredible.
The only live show I've seen of her was the coming out show they did,
which was awesome.
It was awesome. You could tell she made a few mistakes in some of the original songs, but I mean, like,
first ever time performing with Linkin Park in front of a live audience.
I'd be fucking
terrified.
I say you're coming out to reveal that you're the replacement of Chester singing his songs. I'd be fucking nervous. So, but yeah, no. Overall, I think it's been
awesome.
Quality. Like I said, the new songs have been fantastic, and I thoroughly enjoy listening to the new songs.
100%. All right, we do have one thing. We mentioned it last week. One put forward by Zach. Yes. What fictional world would you want to live in? Now, when we spoke about this or mentioned it last week, we said one of the caveats is that it's not you being like one of the heroes or villains or whatever in these worlds. It's you being yourself within one of these fictional worlds. So, because you came up with this, Zach, lead us off.
I had one. Originally, it was obviously being who I am. I said Harry Potter. On the one caveat was not that I was going to be Harry Potter or something. I was just going to be a token wizard going through it all, because of the fact that, you know, magic's cool and you get mythical beasts in it, like interesting characters. You get magic and you get like cool artifacts and things like that to go through and do. And I think it'd be quite interesting to look at. But since they said the caveat put in place, the universe could be real, but you may not be a wizard, and therefore you've got no fucking idea what's going on. So I went left field. I went Looney Tunes World because, mate, if you're a real person, Looney Tunes World, anything's fucking possible. You can do whatever the fuck you want, and there's really, as long as you don't.
We've all seen Space Jam 1, Space Jam 2 never happened. Space Jam 1,
but this is the thing. Whatever universe I thought of, I always thought of the big bad in it, and like again, Harry Potter, quite easily, someone could go bad and cause a hell of a lot of problems for everyone. Looney Tunes, well, as long as you stay away from the Tasmanian Devil, you're probably fine. As long as you don't, as long as you don't cosplay as the Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote's going to leave you alone. and as long as you're not a bunny for Elmer Fudd to come shoot you, you're sweet. And then anything's possible.
Rabbits.
But even so, I mean, if you're in the Looney Tune world, you obviously get an element of whatever's happening within Looney Tune world. So, I mean, yes, you are yourself, but that world would still apply to you, wouldn't it? So you're fine.
Yeah, exactly. You can do anything. You can stretch arms.
We all seen what Michael Jordan did at the end of that episode, ended a Space Jam.
There's 6 seconds left on the clock. You telling me this now? Yeah, Looney Tunes World. I think that'd be fun.
Fair enough.
It certainly would be entertaining.
All right, Brock.
DC. I want to meet Batman.
Well, in order for you to meet Batman, you probably have to be a criminal
or getting fucked up.
Fair enough. I want to meet Batman.
In all seriousness, I forgot we were doing this and I didn't actually put too much thought into it. But I mean, as we spoke about the other week, it's the little thought that I did actually give it, I just couldn't come up with something that would be like that great to be in and around and occurring. Because, I mean, if you go to the world of DC and you want to meet Batman, you're also very likely going to get fucked up in some way, shape or form, because Earth is a target straight off the bat for Darkseid because he wants the anti-life equation. I mean, you're in trouble.
Yeah, and that was my thing. Like, every universe that was like, this will be fun, the bad side in it is there's a big bad side to it. Like, even going into things like My Hero Academia, it'd be cool if superpowers were like an everyday thing and you've got people that just are magnetic or can fucking crawl up walls or whatever it is. But then you get the big bads in that, and that shit goes fucking south real quick. So,
Exactly.
like, anything that's usually fun and exciting that you want to be part of has that negative side as well. So,
Except for mine.
Ooh.
And this does have a caveat of the fact I would be a little bit younger than I am now. I'm going to fucking go into Rocket Power's world.
Fuck yeah.
It's fucking awesome, man. All they do is skateboard and do extreme sports all day long. They're fucking rad. So that's what I mean by young. I need to be a bit younger to be Rocket Power.
to have
Yeah,
Needs to work,
would be kind of awkward. You as yourself.
Yeah.
no, but even like going to where literally everything's solved by a fucking 2-on-2 basketball game or
fucking
surfing
right.
a wave and shit, that'd be fucking sick.
Yeah. It'd be-
Politics would be so much better.
There was never anything bad per se that really happened in that show, so I'm fucking there. Extreme sports every fucking week. It'd be fucking awesome.
Oh,
Dad
it's-
owns a surf shop.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're going down that sort of route, I'll just go to fucking Rocco's Modern Life and have a good trip.
That would be a trip and a half, that one, bro.
True. But yeah, like I said, as kids, we always had this, and it was always what if Pokemon were real? And if you take out the moral things of like animal cruelty and shit coming into the real world and stuff, and 8-year-old boys going off on adventures through the country by themselves, I reckon it'd be highly annoying. Like everyone either wanting to battle you for no fucking reason, or even
It's easy to get away. Just make sure you walk behind them.
just don't make eye contact.
Don't go in the long grass.
But yeah, like I said, everyday things you'd be going on, and they'd just be fucking Pokemon fucking shit up. You try and play a game of soccer, and there's just fucking Tauros running through your game. They'd be fucking shit.
Fucking Tauruses, assholes they are.
Oh, God.
Couldn't go rock skipping. You might pick up a Geodude. You'd be fine.
Good old Pokemon.
Oh, they
yeah.
released the new packs for that too.
I did.
online one.
I had my 120 saved up to get a 10 pack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, got nothing fucking special. I got so many doubles straight away. I'm like, how the fuck? If I've got no
Just the
Pokemon.
phone
I've got a
game.
fucking ton of doubles already. But it's all the Aloha.
Yeah, the Alolan ones.
Alolan
and
ones,
whatnot.
yeah.
There are a couple cool ones in there.
Yeah.
That was the first Pokemon game that I played since I was like playing the blues and reds and silvers and golds and whatnot. I think they were Sun and Moon from memory. Yeah, I played through that, which was, I mean, definitely nowhere near as good as what they were, but they're okay.
The really fun Pokemon one that I played was the one that came out. It was like the first like 3D world one but it's not like Ash or like modern times. It's back in the OG, like old school days.
Okay.
Oh, Pokemon Go.
No. It was the first one on Switch.
Yeah, let's go Pikachu or something. Let's go Eevee. That one?
No. It was they came out on Switch. No, this one's like
I enjoyed those ones.
I can't remember what it's called.
It's still just like an XY or an Emerald or
but it was really, really good.
Okay.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
but no, it was good. It was fun.
It was like Zelda crossed with Pokemon.
Because you know how you've got the Alolan versions, which is basically like the funny ones you see is
they're the Hawaiian
Hawaiian
Pokemon.
version.
Zelda
like-
will be a shit universe to come real.
I got 2 in one pack, which was the Doug Trio, which basically just gets like a fucking
They've got surfy
the
heads.
surfy bowl mullet thing that goes on their heads, and it just looks fucking ridiculous. The one that actually looks fucking sick is Graveler. I don't know what they did with him.
and
They
he's
pimped
he's
him
full
up.
buff with like spikes and shit off him. Yeah.
Because he looked crap when he was like, when I first had the Alolan version. I'm like, oh, what have they done? And then seeing him there, he looks fucking sick.
yeah, he looks good. All right, well, we're done talking with shit.
Yeah.
That's it for this episode. Anything else before we head?
Oh, I was going to say, on the Pokemon thing, I saw an interesting thread the other day, which could be something fun for a future topic, is what if you could fuse 2 of the original Pokemon together, who would you fuse and what would the end creation be?
I like that. Yeah, that'll be for a future
I'll
episode.
say, I think we can put that in the memory banks for a while.
One quick one, if we do have an idea, because I forgot to actually have a look at it, is the next mini to paint.
Oh, yes. That'll next week. We'll announce what mini we're
Okay,
painting next week. And we'll do that, and then we'll get them painted, and you guys can vote on them. Other than that, anything you guys want us to talk about, chuck it in the comment section below. Make sure you like and share, especially subscribe on the YouTube, please. Other than that, thank you very much for watching Frantic Nerdcast, and we will talk to you next time.
See you later.
Thanks, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to Frantic Nerdcast.
You can find all our latest news and information on Facebook or at franticnerdcast.com.
You can find us on Instagram at Frantic Nerdcast. Find AJ at Weird Art by AJ. Find Zach at Frantic Kaz and myself at Frantic Brock.
Please make sure to head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe for more YouTube-only content like Sequelize It and Plays Games.